So, how are you today? Um, Last night was a very long night after making the video Disposable 8 Dudes. If you read a lot of the comments on the video, you see that it was me and the person going back and forth, back and forth. And to be adult-like, we did have a final conversation on the phone. Um, it wasn't a screaming match or anything like that, just to let you guys know. It's just when we're messaging, especially me, I'm very aggressive. I can be aggressive talking as well, but it's just, especially if I don't really get a great understanding when we're messaging, it's like all hell breaks loose. So, anyways, we talked last night and I just, I don't know. I cried a little because I was hurt and I didn't feel the tears or the hurt 100% until he said I love you and I do care about you, and I just was like, what? How do you? And if you do, why are we going through this? You know? And it was a miscommunication on a lot of stuff, but yet I still felt the same. I can't deal with being second draft pick. I'm just not. I'm not second draft pick material. I'm not going to be your last pick of the team. This team. So I mean, not saying that I'm the person's last pick or anything or second draft pick. I'm just saying that I will not fall that for anyone. Um, we decided, well, he decided to put the ball in my court on what we were going to do, and I decided to tell him to act as if he never met me. Act like the day before he met me at the So You Think You Dance audition. So, like, you didn't even know of me. And I mean, that's easier said actually than done, but it was hard to even say. Because last night, talking to him on the phone, like, anybody ever felt their heart crack? And like, you ever feel so hurt that your heart cracks? And I really felt that last night. Like, my heart did this, like, it twisted and something cracked. And I felt it, and I felt so hurt. And when I tried to talk, I felt like I was hyperventilating. But I'm so strong. And one of my close friends, he showed me a picture of a man who's holding on to this branch, right? And he's had this big bag on his other hand, and the bag was labeled Pride. And he's holding on to this branch, and then there's a hand above the branch reaching for you. And only how he can reach that hand is if he let goes of his bag. And that's so deep, and it's so hard to do. Like, some people be like, you're so prideful, whatever, whatever, whatever. But they don't know how hard it is to really somebody who's so strong to actually let somebody see them weak. Somebody who had to always be tough. Someone who always had to have their family's back, their mom's back, everybody's back, and be the backbone to actually see them let go and cry and be weak is hard for them to see, have the outside see them as vulnerable. It's so hard, and that's me. It's so hard. Nobody in the world really knows 100% of what Antonio Terrell DeBerry has been through in his life. Um, there's a few people who know a great deal of it, but not nobody really knows 100%. My mom has been there with me in a lot of the travels, but she doesn't even know. After we went through a lot with us growing up in our family, me, my sister, and my mom been through so much coming up. So, but when we separated and I became independent and doing other things, nobody knows what I went through, the things I've encountered daily, the things I've heard, the things that were said to me, the things I had to do. Nobody knows. Just like I don't know my mother's 100% story, and I don't even know my sister's 100% story, but we do know that we had been through a lot together as a family. And me always having to be there, be that protection for my sister, or that don't talk about my mom type of kid, it bleeds into your adulthood, and it makes your pride stronger, 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 to the point that you don't never want to let go of this bag labeled pride, even if there is a hand up there that wants to help you. And I'm saying all this to say, like, I'm it could have been my pride telling him to treat me as if he never met me. It could have just been the fact that I didn't want to deal with the hurt of the situation no longer. So it could be both things. I don't know. But what I do know is that I do wish him the best, honestly. Um, don't get me wrong, I never did say that he was like any and every other dude out there. No, he was a good guy. It's just the simple fact that I felt vulnerable and played, and I just did not appreciate the way things happened. I wish, and the thing about me, I don't make wishes because I feel wishes are another way of saying if, and you can't go through your life saying, if I had $1 million, if I had, I wish that, no, make the shit happen. So I feel maybe in the future when I'm less prideful and he knows what he wants and we see each other, something may happen. If the spark is still there, if that's only if you really get for me. If the spark is still there, well, I have a feeling that the spark would be there if when we meet again. The the thing is, when we meet again, I don't know. But I don't know if we will ever be together, though. Um, he could be with one of his close people, you know. I could be on a whole another route in LA, you know, where I'm going to be very soon. So I feel if a guy really wants me, they'll find me. He'll work hard and long and look for me and find me and bring me to him or bring himself to me. Like, you know, I'm not one who's going to chase after a guy unless I know this is the most amazing man in my life and I know I fucked up and I need to get that back and fix that situation. I will fight for what I want. And before I fight for you, you need to fight for me. And I feel like this fight is over right now, or has it even begun? Um, all day I've been thinking about this person. All day, it's just thinking about them and thinking about them and looking at my phone and wanting to text them, wanting to call them. But the thing about that is, feelings, when you force yourself to do something, eventually you'll get over it. I had to force myself to learn how to do pirouettes. I had to keep practicing. And now I know what to do to have to sustain my pirouettes. I had to teach myself how to hold a tilt. The pain was unbearable at first, but eventually I got it, you know? So when you keep doing something and practicing something, it becomes easy, it becomes second nature, and eventually one day, I won't be looking at the phone looking for your name to pop up or you to call me or whatever, because you can't. And I know it's my fault that you can't call me because I set it up for you not to be able to contact me. But like I said, day by day it'll get easier. And hopefully it'll get easier for you. And hopefully that person in Illinois is the one for you. I wish I could have been the person for you, but I couldn't. But that's all, guys. Bye.